Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to Eyes on Tools.
Lately, I keep hearing about focal AI, so I figured, why not check it out?
So today we'll see what it can actually do and whether it's worth the attention that it's getting. So don't forget to like the video, subscribe if you haven't, and tell me in the comments which AI tools should be next on the list.
Most AI video tools feel like a collection of features. You generate a clip here, you generate an image there, then you go to a separate tool to do the editing, the voice, the pacing, and the final export. Focal is different because it is built like an AI video agent. You talk to the agent in chat, and it uses video, image, and voice models to plan, create, and then edit the video inside one workspace. The official site positions Focal as online video creation software for telling stories with AI, and it supports multiple top models across video, images, and voices. So instead of explaining it in theory, I want to walk you through the exact video generation flow I tested, because this is where Focal shines. I typed one simple prompt: generate me a video about the Battle of Leyte Gulf. Right after that, the agent asked two key questions that set the whole project up properly. How long do you want the video to be, and what visual style do you prefer? I picked about 1 minute and realistic cinematic. From there, the agent did what most tools do not do well. It did not jump straight into random visuals. It planned the video first. It created a plot, configured a narrator, and asked me to confirm the setup before generating anything. That small step matters because it turns the workflow into production, not guessing. Once I confirmed, the agent generated the voiceover script, then generated the narration audio in chunks, and placed it on the timeline automatically. This is the part that instantly feels different, because the audio becomes the backbone of the edit and everything else is built around it. Focal describes this overall approach as describe your idea, and the AI handles script writing, video production, voiceovers, and edits, which is exactly what this flow feels like when you use it. In my run, the narration landed at about 80 seconds, slightly longer than the 1 minute target, but still close. Then the agent moved to visuals, and this is where the video agent behavior becomes obvious. It created a shot list with time ranges, and each shot was designed to match the narration, not just look cool. The opening was a wide Pacific dawn scene, then MacArthur's return, then a Japanese war room, then the Taffy 3 charge, then battle aftermath, then kamikaze attacks, then a final victory scene. The point is, it built a sequence like a real mini documentary.
October 1944. The waters of the Philippine archipelago stretch dark and vast beneath a brooding sky. Here, across 4 days and 1,000 miles of ocean, the largest naval battle in human history is about to unfold. General MacArthur has returned, his forces storming the beaches of Leyte. In response, Japan commits everything it has left. Operation Shogo 1, a desperate all-or-nothing gamble to destroy the American invasion fleet and turn the tide of the Pacific War. What follows is not one battle, but 4, erupting almost simultaneously across hundreds of miles of sea.
Now here is the part the project team specifically wants highlighted. The default setup is meant to use Seedance 1.5 Pro for video and GPT Image 1.5 for images, and that is what I used. You can switch to other models like VO or Kling, and Focal supports them, but those are more expensive in credits, so for most people the default models are the best way to learn the workflow and still get strong results. On the Focal site, they also highlight that they support multiple best-in-class models for video and images, including VO, Seedance, Kling, and Hailuo for video, and GPT image plus other image models as options. So, after the shot list, the agent generated the images first using the image model, then placed those images on the timeline at the correct positions. This part is important because it keeps the project organized. The visuals are not a separate folder you have to manage. They become scenes in the timeline, aligned to narration. Focal also promotes this idea of linking image generation to video generation, so you can animate what you create without switching apps, and that is exactly what happens here. Then it animated the images into video clips using Seedance 1.5 Pro. In my case, the agent handled a practical limitation automatically. Seedance 1.5 Pro supports up to 12-second durations per clip in that workflow, so longer segments needed to be split into smaller pieces. The agent did that without me needing to calculate anything. It dispatched multiple video generations, replaced the still images with motion clips as they completed, and kept everything aligned on the timeline. While the clips were rendering, the agent also handled finishing touches that usually force you into another editor. It added background music underneath the narration, added a zoom out effect at the start, a fade out at the end, and a couple of transitions between key scenes. At the end, it gave me a clean summary of what was created, and the timeline already looked like a finished short documentary. This is where the biggest value of Focal is for creators. It is not only generating clips, it is generating a complete edit. The timeline editor is part of the workflow, and the platform is designed so you can do your editing inside Focal instead of exporting everything into CapCut or Premiere. Focal's own pages also emphasize editing and remixing clips with plain text instructions, trimming and styling, and exporting in different ratios depending on where you are posting. So the simplest way I would explain Focal after this test is that it works like a production agent. You give it a goal in chat, it plans the story, it writes the narration, it generates the voiceover, it builds a shot list, it generates images, then animates them into video, then assembles and edits everything on a timeline. And after you get the first version, you can keep talking to the agent to improve it, like tightening pacing, swapping scenes, changing style, or extending certain parts. That iteration loop is what makes it feel powerful, because most people do not stop at the first draft. They generate, then refine. And if you want to go beyond the default setup, you can. Focal supports top models across video and images, so if you're working on a higher budget project and have more credits, you can switch to models like VO or Kling for specific scenes. But for most creators, the default models are the sweet spot because you can generate more, iterate faster, and still get cinematic results. If your goal is to generate a full video quickly and keep everything in one place, Focal is one of the most complete chat-based video agent workflows I have tested. It feels like you are directing a project, not operating 5 separate tools.